I see it.
This problem right here. The calculator gave you 5x. 5 to the x power. Correct?
Correcto.
And the handy dandy, what is wrong with my, oh, here we go. We're going to go through this again. Hold on a second, guys. I got to turn on the, there we go. Sometimes when I turn it on, it goes black. And sometimes I turn it on, it shows me, and then sometimes I turn it on and it does the document cam. And I got e to the 1.6094x. Now, we're going to have some fun with this because I did this to make sure that it was correct. I want y'all to solve that. Kill two birds with one stone. We fix our problem, and we also do another equation with logs. Now, I'm going to put a little note here for y'all, and this will follow you in calculus. And it is a rule kind of like calculus and radicals don't mix. When you see E, you automatically think natural log. Okay, don't work with LOG, work with natural log. Because can anybody tell me what natural log does to E? Anyone? Mr. Scanley, if you put your glasses on right now with that backdrop, that would look possessed. And to turn the lights down a little bit more, that would look possessive.
I'll go find my glasses.
No, I'm just kidding. All right. Does anybody know what natural log does to E? Anybody? It cancels it.
Ah, cancels.
So when you see E in an equation like this, somewhere you're going to use natural log. I figured some of y'all that maybe invented natural log might have figured that out. Okay? So natural log cancels. So I'm going to take the natural log of both sides. Now I want y'all to finish it. Now y'all should be able to finish it now that you know that it cancels out. Now that you know that it's going to cancel that E out and that exponent is going to fall down. Oops, that's 5 to the x, sorry. And the power rule on the left. So now we get x natural log of 5 is equal to 1.6094x. Now what? Divide by either 1.6094 on both sides or divide by natural log of 5 on both sides. Divide by the natural log of 5. Somebody tell me what you get. Somebody tell me what 1.6094 divided by natural log of 5 is. Anybody?
$0.999.
And what is that?
1.
What is 0.9999997?
Just 1.
And what is this? This is a true statement. So what does that say about these two statements? What does this say? Since this is true, what does this say? These two are equal. Now, first of all, let me just write this down. For the test, I would rather you use your calculator, because MyLabs Plus, when they're programming the answers in, they are using a calculator. They are not using Excel. Now, you can still use Excel, and I will still accept the answers. If it changes it to an E to the X power, I will have to check it and see. But it usually, if Excel puts it in there, it's right. Okay? It's just a matter of checking it like here. All right? Does everybody understand that? So you can still use both. I would prefer you use the calculator, but if you don't have a calculator or you like to use Excel, I love that. I love that because you're going to use Excel in the real world more than you're going to use the word processor. Okay, so I'm either one, but if you miss it or if you get it wrong, then I'm going to do another one and we're going to type in the E and see if it will take it. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. So we're going to go back and do that problem. If everybody's with me, I'm going to hit similar question. And we're going to do this one. And I'm going to type in the Excel answer and see if it takes both. I don't know if it'll take both. That's what I'm fixing to find out. And you're welcome. All right, let's go with that. And I think it's the same, isn't it? Looks like the same question. I don't think they changed the numbers on it. Insert. I thought they would have changed the numbers. Right click, see if it's the same. Add trend line, exponential. And display. And it looks like it doesn't change. So we're going to type in, I'm just going to blow it up so you can see it. Yes, same thing. So we're going to go back to the question and we're going to type in E, shift up 1.6094 X and see if we're right. See, it marks it wrong, but it's the same. I've just proven it to you algebraically. It is the same. So on this problem, let's make sure that, you know, if you do it with your calculator and you get a different answer, then I'd go with your calculator's answer. But I will take, if I can prove algebraically that it's the same, that's why I don't want to do, I got 12, 15 students taking the test. I don't want to go through and challenge 12 or 13 test questions. So if you would, try to use your calculator, except if you don't have a calculator or if you really, really feel more comfortable using it, but there's a chance that you'll have to challenge the question if you get it wrong. Anybody got a question on that one? Okay, next one. Let's do another one. Let's do a couple of these so you'll have them in your repertoire for the test. Here's another one. I'll let y'all do this one. I'm going to put it on an Excel spreadsheet so you can see the numbers better. And I think this is the third one we've done, so that should be maybe one more, and that should be good enough for the test. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm making it bigger for y'all. There you go. Type those in either in your Excel spreadsheet or your calculator.
One of them rounded up. Can you make that set
Okay,
that
hold on a
column
second.
bigger?
Thank you, Miss Taylor. How's that?
That's good.
So tomorrow night, Conjuring comes out. I'm going to be watching it.
What are you watching it on?
Probably HBO Plus. Because I don't go to town. I try to avoid stupid people.
Probably the TV, right?
Yep. HBO Plus. I'm not going. I don't go to town.
I'm
I
just.
go to town before 9 a.m.
What streaming service is what I meant?
HBO Plus. See, there's always a smart aleck in the group. Always.
Me.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest smartass.
But I do not go to town after 9 o'clock. Because stupid people come out after 9 o'clock.
They're
So I
always.
have to go to Tractor Supply. I go before 9 o'clock. Stupid people are those people that have family reunions in the middle of the aisle. You know, those people. I can't handle that. Lead, follow, or get the hell out of the way. All right, so let's take our handy dandy calculator and let's punch this in. And see, if you stay away from stupid people, you won't get in trouble. My father always said, stay away from young people and you won't get in trouble. And he was right. Second, quit. Stat, edit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 15.3, and 26, and 44.2, and 75.2, and 127.8, and 217.2. Oh my gosh, I made a quick deposit yesterday. My AMC went up to like 400% increase. I sold half my stock. I got a good paycheck out of that one. So if you're looking at investing, you might want to invest in AMC and GameStop again because those hedge funds are kicking in, trying to get more money. So that means the price is going up. And some of y'all have no idea what I'm talking about, but calculate.
Definitely a good thing to get into.
And
My
I
husband
guess
does
they
all that.
want, let's see, do they want exponential? What did they say they wanted? Exponential. Does it appear that a linear model or exponential? So let's go with linear. And let's write the linear model and calculate. And that's going to be y is equal to 38.454 x plus a negative 50.307. Okay, and that's the lot, and we'll put you in with the calculator. It's a whole lot. You got to do different steps. So I'm sorry. So now let's do a stat, calculate, and go down to exponential. I did say exponential. And that's going to be y is equal to, and we don't have to worry about the 8.9, oh gosh, that's going to be 8.998 times 1.7007 to the x power, right? To the x power. So if we're going to, let's do second pot, and that's on, and graph, and mode, zoom, what is it, stat 9. There's what it looks like. And let's go ahead and do y is equal to 38.454 x minus 50.307 and 8 point, I'm going to put this in parentheses because I'm not going to do it, parentheses 8.998 times 1.70007 parentheses raised to the x power and graph. Well, that looks like the linear, I believe. Unless go ahead and type in yours and see if you get the same thing. I'm going to check mine with the handy dandy do-jigger Excel spreadsheet because I trust the Excel spreadsheet. I'm sorry. I trust it. And insert. And there it is. And we're going to do add trend line, and we're going to do linear first. There's the linear. And then an exponential. See, my exponential on that looks a whole lot better. I need to multiply those two numbers together. That's why. So as you can see, the exponential is a whole lot better off. And the R is also better. Look at the linear. The R is 0.88 and the exponential is 1. So that tells you numerically that it's better. So 8.99 and again 8.9981 e to the 0.5307x. Let me blow that up because I can barely see that. And I want y'all to prove it algebraically. That way we kill two birds with one stone. We're not only doing graphing, but we're also doing solving equations, which is going to be on your test a whole lot. So 5307. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the calculator and I'm going to calculate that whatever it was. So 8.998. Let me just go clear. 8.998 times 1.7007. And that should be 15.2972. 15.2972 to the x power. So let me try that and see if we get the same thing. 15.2972. Delete, 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 delete. There we go. One more delete. And graph. Still giving me the same thing. So I don't know, did I mess up a decimal on that? Let me look at linear regression again. Stat, calculate. Y'all make sure I didn't mess up that exponent. Blow it up where I can see it. A times B, that's 8.998 times 1.7. I don't think I messed it up. Somebody check me and see. Check me and see if you don't come up with 15.2972.
I got the same thing.
Okay, the only thing I'm going to do is this. I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to go y is equal, and I'm going to take out the linear because the linear may be screwing up the scale for the, I don't know, it's just a guess. Yeah, it's still not. I don't know why it's not doing it. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. But let's see what the answer is. I'm going to type in my answer, but I know it's probably going to be wrong because they want it, and they don't want it of. Let's see what they get, and then we'll compare it algebraic. And it looks like B, Bravo. Okay. And okay. And it looks better as an exponential. Well, hell, they don't even ask you for the answer. Sorry, I thought they were going to ask for an answer. I didn't know they were just going to ask you. Okay. Sorry. The only one that looks a little bit more challenging. All right, try this one. And here it is. And we don't know what it is because it's asking what's the best fit. So we're going to have to look at it and see. There you go. That's why I like to use the Excel spreadsheet, because you can actually flip through them and see what's the best fit and compare the R's, because the R will tell you who's the best fit. Mr. King, they just work all the time. I just tell you what. You got 14 people in class and 9.
Where are these other hoes at?
What?
Where are these other hoes at?
I don't know. We got like 25 in the class, and only 6 of y'all. I think the ones that come to the ones that actually come to class, I think that's who's doing the homework. I haven't looked at the names, but we got people. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're taking the class so they can tell their friends they're taking a class. I don't know, but they're not doing anything.
Probably playing with themselves.
I cannot force y'all. You can lead a horse to water,
but you can't make it drink.
You can't make it drink vodka. Actually, I heard that on a movie. I can't remember where I heard that from. I just thought I'd throw a little bit of humor in there, but y'all don't like humor, so I'll just shut up.
I have a question about the homework.
Yes, ma'am.
So are we only doing section 5?
I don't understand. Where you got your outline with you?
Well, because when I was like doing the homework, I don't think like section 6 was available.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday in class.
Oh, I must have missed that. I'm sorry.
Say it one more time.
I'm trying to look at it.
We are with 5.6 is not on the outline at all.
Yeah.
5.7, I told y'all yesterday we wasn't doing.
Yeah, I knew we weren't doing 5.7, but so
5.1 to 5.5.
Okay, so unit 6 is next week.
Yes, that's your last. Y'all know that's y'all's last week.
So
okay.
Unit test is 6 and 7.
What?
I was asking if the last test has chapters 6 and 7 on it.
Yep.
All right. So
the outline. Do y'all have y'all's outline?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what it says. And I thought this was going to be hard. It ain't hard. 5 weeks. 5 weeks, and I think we're doing good. What do y'all think?
Yeah, doing all right.
We're doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Got a class with a personality that likes to communicate. No, we got a class that hates to communicate and are weaned on a pickle. But we are moving.
It's about a 50-50 split.
No, it's more of a 75-25.
Yeah, more like
split.
75-25.
And the 25 don't want to talk because they're scared they're going to get beat up by the 75%.
I'm not scared.
I know you're not. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and graph this, and I'm just going to use the Excel spreadsheet. And I don't know if they want an answer or not. So we'll just go with what we, insert. And there's our graph. I think linear is going to be the best. But let's make it big enough so y'all can see it. And this is all I want y'all to do. I'm not, on 5 point, let's see, this is what, 5.4? I'm not really asking y'all to do a lot, maybe 3 of these on the test. And
Yeah.
all of you should get them right. Add trend line. I'm going to say linear would be the best fit. But we'll go through all of them with the exponential. Let me move it over out of the way. Hold on a second. Move this over a little bit. There we go. Now let me move it over. There we go. There's exponential. There's exponential. There's linear. I like linear. Let's see logarithmic. No, logarithmic's out. Although you could argue that the logarithmic is taking into account the 3 that are above the line. You could argue that. Polynomial, same. That's it. So I'm going to say that polynomial, no. I would say logarithmic would be the best. But of course, I'm pragmatic. And pragmatic does not always equal academia. So I don't know. I would probably say exponential. No. Let's look at the R factors. R's will tell us. Okay, for this one, which we can't see. All right, that's an exponential. R is equal. Somebody take the square root of 0.7781. What do you get? Square root of 0.7781. What do you get?
0.8821.
88. All right, so we got an R factor of 0.88 with the exponential. Now let's go and do the linear and display. I'm trying to get there, people. Hold on. There we go. There's the linear. Somebody take the square root of 0.8538.
0.92.
Okay, so right now linear is ahead. So let's do another one. Let's do logarithmic and display. And somebody take, I think that's going to be it, the square root of 0.9541.
.98.
That's close you're going to get to 1. But let's go ahead and check the last one. And that would be polynomial. Oh, we hadn't checked power either. There's polynomial. So far, I'm not gonna ask for that because it's less than 0.95, so the square is going to be less than 0.98. Let's check power. Well, add trendline, power, and display, and display. And that's 0.92. I think logarithm has got it. What do y'all think? Watch me get it wrong because I'm pragmatic. All right, somebody tell me which graph it looks like. Let's see. Which graph does it look like? Up, down, up, down, up. I don't know. It could be D and it could be A, depending on when you blow it up. I'm going to go with D. Yep. You need to blow it up and match it up with your... And the equation of the power function... Oh, it asks for the power. So let's go back and find the power. It's asking for each one. And we're probably going to get the power wrong. There's the power. 3.8112x. Good gosh, this print is so small. 0.4266. Now that's by the power, so go back to your question. And y is equal to 3 point, it says round to 3 decimal places, 811, x, shift up, 0.427. Quadratic, that's polynomial. And I didn't write, let's see, I didn't write that one down. I think this one is the quadratic, correct? Excel pays for itself on this question. 0.1 negative 0.159 x squared plus 1.887x plus 2.09. So let's go back to the question and type in negative 1.159 x raise shift up to the second power plus 1.887x plus 2.09. Logarithmic. Where's logarithmic? There it is. 2.31 natural log of x plus 3.749. So 2.31 natural log of x plus 3.749. Okay, did somebody get anything different? Let me look. Did I not round correctly? 2.311. 2.311. Try that. And that's it. That's not a bad question, especially for the Excel spreadsheet. Now, if you did that on your calculator, it'd probably take longer. Do you find that it takes longer with the spreadsheet or with the calculator?
About the same.
Okay. About the same? That's a good test question. Now, that's 3 good test questions in 5.4. Capiche? All right, let's look at 5.5. Let's see what we got in 5.5 and what I will test you on. Let's go over to the handy dandy instructor resources and 5.5 because I want to make sure we get everything and I don't skip anything. Probably going to be compound interest and more continuous interest, probably. Let's see. You do that on the graph, on the Excel. I'm not going to do a piecewise function. Yep. That's what they're going to be doing. That looks like a little bit of continuous interest. P1 plus R over N raised to the NT power. See, that's why I don't understand these books. I've never, unless it's a stupid 103 book that changes the simple interest formula. I'm going to write it down for y'all, and this is the way it's written in the real world. And I wrote it down for y'all a couple of days ago. A is equal to P times 1 plus R over N raised to the what? NT power. That's the way it's written. This book and the 103 book, they want to change everything, and then when you get in the real world, you're like, why is it not K? Well, this is the way it's written in the real world. P is the principal. In case did I show you all this? I think I did. That's what you put in. Somebody was supposed to tell me yes or no if I showed y'all this.
Yes.
Okay. R is equal to the rate, which is given as a percent, but you change it into a what? A decimal. N is the numbers that we talked about, compounded, number of times calculated or compounded. And just as a refresher, 1 time a year means annual. 2 times a year means semi-annual. 4 is equal to quarterly. And then 12 is equal to monthly. And then T is equal to the number of years. Now I'm going to put years in red. Can anybody tell me why I'm putting years in red?
They're important.
Well, it's very important. What if I give you 6 months? What if I tell you to put the money in the bank for 6 months? What is T?
0.5.
0.5. Write that down. If I tell you 6 months, T is not 6. T is 0.5. You need to write that down. So it's got to be in years. Same thing. A is equal to PERT. PE to the RT. That's for continuous. Now, I will test the devil out of you on these. Why am I going to test the devil out of you? You're not going to be accountants. Why am I going to test you on these? Because it's real world. All right, so I'm just going over that, and that's what they're going over, except they want to change. They want to change the dadgum letters. I wish somebody would explain to me why these books do that. I don't understand it. But that's a test question right there. They're probably going to give us an example. All right. So let's go ahead and do this one. I'll blow it up so y'all can see it. Write the equation that gives the future value of $1,000 invested for 2 years at 8% compounded annually. We're gonna change these. Okay, I want you, instead of 2 years, we're gonna do 15 years. On A and B, T is equal to 15. And what does it say? What is the additional amount of interest earned in 30 years from compounding daily rather than annually? Okay, I'll do C. C, T is equal to 30 years. And N, what is the additional amount of interest in years from compounded daily then annually? So keep it at 15. T is equal. We're gonna change C from 30 years to 15. We're going to compare all three of them to 15 years. And rather than annually, okay, forget it. Forget about C. They're asking you what the difference between A and B. All right, make T is equal to 30 years. T is equal to 30 on both A and B. I don't know why they didn't tell you that. All right, so on A, $1,000, P is equal to 1,000, and R is equal to 0.08, and compounded annually, N is equal to 1. And the second one, write the equation it gives for $1,000, P is equal to 1,000. 30 years, 8%, R is equal to 0.08, but N is equal to 365. Banks don't do that anymore. Okay, so here is our problem. So A is equal to P times 1 plus 0.08 over 1 raised to the NT power. Now, I don't have much room to work here. Does that matter? No, because where do students mess this up? In the calculator, because you do all of it in the calculator and you don't write anything down. A is equal to 1,000, 1 plus 0.08 over 365, multiplied by 365 times 30. All right, punch those two in and round to the nearest hundredth. So is the continuous interest and compound interest, is it a calculator drill? Yep. It's nothing but how to use your calculator. All right, so here we go. Y'all ready? Work your way inside out. 0.08 divided by 1 plus 1 raised to the parentheses a 1 times 30. Now, a lot of you saying, well, Hubert, you don't know what 1 times 30 is. Yeah, I have running water most of my teeth, and I got several degrees. I know exactly what 1 times 30 is, but I'm trying to show you how to do it in the calculator, and if you follow the same procedure, the same technique every time in the calculator, you won't mess it up. But I realize some of y'all invented the calculator, so I know. Times 1,000. So for A, you should get $10,062. $10,062.66. Now again, I want to highlight this because I do want to warn you that banks don't pay 8% anymore. So that's in the good days. That's when the economy is going real good and things are not being sabotaged to make the economy look bad for political reasons. Okay? We don't have a major, shut up, Hubert. Shut up. Okay? Next. I want to know where the flu went. Okay, point. Let's clear this. And clear this. And now we're going to do the second part. 0.08 divided by 365. Add it to 1. And raise it to the parentheses 365 times 30. And multiply that by 1,000. And that gives you $11,020.28. And now you can answer C because you just, all you did was invest $1,000. So that's the interest. You got over $10,000 interest with the second payment plan, and you got $9,000 interest with the first. So how can you answer the third question? You got a good bit more. Let's see, 10,062. You got about $1,000 more, a little less than $1,000 more by doing it daily. Okay, $957.62. I said less than $1,000. Okay, here's the other question. See, that's why I showed y'all PERT. All right, try this one, because this is a test question. Told y'all I would ask y'all continuous and compound. A is equal to P-E-R-T. What is the future value of P is equal to 2650, 8 years, T is equal to 8, 12%, good gracious, and R is equal to 12.12. All right, type it in. Give us an answer. Round it to the nearest hundred. Take your handy dandy calculator. And that's going to be 2650, 2650 times second natural log, parentheses, R is 0.12 times 8, close parentheses. and we get $6,920, and well, might as well just say $6,921. And we put in how much? We put in 2650. So how much is interest? 4271. So the interest is equal to 6921 minus 2650, which is equal to 4271. And you can divide that by the whole. And I'm going to just show you this. If you divide that by the 6921, that's your actual percentage rate.
You have a work email.
That's not right. Not 61%. No, that's not right. Should be less. It should be a whole lot less than that. Yeah, that's not right. New minus all. Okay, yeah, no. Forget what I just said. I thought it was over the. It might be 61%. Oh, well, they didn't ask for that, so we'll go on to the next thing. I'm not an accountant. 6921 and 4271. That's what we got. Present value. Now go ahead and write this down. This isn't, I'm going to let you write it down, but it's not, I'm not going to test you on it. The lump sum that will give future value S. Okay, yeah, this is like savings. So this is, I will test you on this. Compounded at rate I per period. Okay, I should be R over N. I don't know why they do that, but that's I is equal to R over N. Rate per period, so that's R over N. So write those two down. I'm going to write them a little bit different. P is equal to S divided by 1 plus R over N raised to the N power. Or P is equal to S times 1 plus R over N to the negative N power. Okay, here we go. What lump sum must be invested? R is equal to 10.1. Compounded, N is equal to 2. For the investment to grow to $15,000 and N is equal to 7. Now, you gotta calculate it. See, there it is, R over N. See there, R over N. And then I don't know where they told you you got to multiply 2 times 7. I didn't know you had to do that. Oh, N times T. See, that's why they just put N times T. I don't know why they do that. Okay, so let's plug and chug. These books piss me off. All right, so here's what the problem should look like. Okay? So S is 15,000. So 15,000 divided by 1 plus R is equal to 0.1 divided by N, which is 2, raised to the 2 times 7 power. Now that's a whole lot easier than what they had. No wonder students get confused. Hell, they confuse me. I just think it's ridiculous that they do stuff like that. It's almost like if it ain't broke, try to fix it. Or let's reinvent the wheel. It's them damn Russians. That's what it is. So 15,000 divided by parentheses 1 plus 0.1 divided by 2. I think I'll put that in parentheses and put this in parentheses. Second insert parentheses. Okay, 1 plus, and all that raised. I hate myself. Hold on a minute. Go ahead and laugh at me. Try to do this with a mouse. See how you like it. Y'all don't have a sense of humor until y'all laugh at me. That's I see how it is. To the 14th power. And that's supposed to be divided by 14th power. I don't know why I hit multiplication. And y'all didn't say a word. Y'all just set me up. $7,576.02. So that's how much you got to put in. You got to put in that much, and in 14 years, you'll have $15,000. Speaking of which, whenever you get your career, and a career is not cashier at mom and pop's hardware store, okay? When you get you a career, that means after college, after you get your degree, and you get a career, start a 401k. Start it. I don't care if you believe in them. I don't care if you hate them or if you hate capitalism. Start a 401k, because when you retire, that's going to be an extra check coming in. Okay? Everybody feel good about themselves?
You have a work email.
Y'all are just, y'all pissed at me or something, or what? Y'all just not. Okay. Just don't want to talk to me. That's fine. Okay, they're wanting you to use an exponential and then predict. I'm not going to go through this. Put these in your calculator or your spreadsheet. Find the model and then predict. That's what B and C is. Okay, so I'm going to write this down for you. 1, find the model with tech. Okay, that means spreadsheet or calculator. 2, they're going to ask you for predictions plugging in X. And then usually the third one is going to be a prediction, and they give you not X, but what? Y, and then you solve for X. Now that's usually the way they do these problems. Find it, then plug in a couple of things for X and tell me what year, and then what is the population going to be in 2015? And then you set, if you got f of X right here, or Y is equal to 2X plus 2, they're going to tell you to plug in X. Here, they're going to tell you to plug in not X, but what? Y, and then solve for X. And that's what they've been doing. That's the standard. So with this problem, they're telling you, it says exponential. So you would punch these in your handy dandy. Now, the good thing about the calculator, can anybody tell me the good thing about the calculator versus the Excel spreadsheet on this one? Anybody?
You probably
Come on,
know.
how about some of y'all that know everything? Come on, tell me.
Tell us.
I'm waiting. The table. What does the table tell you in the calculator? Gives you the values for X and Y, Hubert. That's right. So if it gives you the values for X and Y, you don't have to calculate, you just got to find them. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's put these in the calculator. Now this is where the calculator is better. Edit and move that over. And 1, 3, 5, 10, delete, 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 delete. And 1.23, 2.24, 3.11, and 6.82. Now go ahead and draw your whatever, the plot, stat, or second, y is equal, plot, and graph. And take out your y is equal, take that out, clear, and graph. Do a zoom 9, and there's your points. Now they want you to calculate exponential. So stat, calculate, go down to exponential, and hit calculate. All right, let's write that down. So I'm going to calculate those two numbers all the way to the last digit. So that'll be 1.160934976 times 1.200439652, and that is to the x power. So let's go back to the calculator and clear and go 1.160934976 times 1.2004399652. And there, so 1.393632379 to the x power. So I'm going to type that in to y is equal and pray that it works. So y is equal to 1.393632,379 to the x power, and graph. And I still don't think it's right, but anyway, that don't look right. And you can hit the table, second table, and it will tell you the values that you're wanting. This one says, use the model. Let's see, 1990, the value reflects reinvestment, but excludes, okay, the data table, years, and I guess it's years since 1990, right? So years since 1990, use the model to find the fund would amount to, in 2001, if 10,000 was invested, and in March, so you would have to find 10,000. I'm looking. 10,000 is right between 7 and 8 years. So you would have to kind of, yeah, you could adjust your table, second table, and you could adjust it to, I don't know, it would be to a 10th, 0.1. That's going to be a mess. Enter. And now second table. Yeah, that's going to be a mess because now it'll take forever for you to get to 1,000. There is a feature where you can hit value and do 1,000, but I don't know how to use it. You hit second table. No, second table set. And independent, I'm going to ask. And enter and go to second table. And I think you can ask for the 1,000. Was it 10,000? No, it's not gonna. It might be Bass Ackwards. Yeah. See, it's not gonna do that. I got to switch it to the other way. Let me go to the other way. Second table. If anybody knows how to use it, please tell me because I don't use it that much. I think it may be this one. Ask. And second table. 16. 10,000. It's not letting me do it. It says 142, so I don't know if that's right or not. But anyway, you play with your calculator or you do the Excel spreadsheet. It's a whole lot easier. But let's see if we can do it on the Excel spreadsheet. I'm just going to grab one of these. I'm going to go down here. And X and Y. Let's go with 1, 3, 5, and 10. And 6.82, 3.11, 2.24, and 1.23. And I'm going to highlight those. And I'm going to go to Insert. And I'm going to do Add Trendline. And it said exponential, did it not? And display. There we go. Is that what I got? See, I didn't get that. I got, and it's doing e to the x, so it's going to be a little bit different. But now you can take that formula, 1.16, and you can use that to calculate at different points on this line. It goes up in here and goes back down toward the y-intercept. Okay. All right. And that's what they're doing. They got 1.16. Is that what we got that, didn't we? Somebody look at the notes. Did we get that? Yeah, we got that. And there's x is equal to 11. That's what I was looking for. X is equal to 11. So let's go to 11 on your table. We'll go. Well, I lost my calculator. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I suck. And it's 11:19. We got to finish up. Sorry. It takes a second for the calculator to come up. Eventually it'll come up. Oh my goodness. Oh well. Nice picture of Mr. King's carport or shop. There we go. And let's see if I still got those in. I do. And let's go back to Zoom table set. And I'm going to change that back to 1. And I'm going to change that back to auto. And now we can go and find 11. And there's 11 right there. I'm going to blow it up for you. 11 is 30.316. And they got it 11. They got that. So I know something's wrong now. Because I got 30.316 and they got 86,000. So there's something. Oh, they're multiplying it by 10,000. Why they're multiplying it by 10,000? I don't understand that. Still wouldn't get the same answer. I'm reading the question. Hold on. Use the model to find, oh, there's the 10,000 right there. Use the model to find what the fund would amount to on March 31st if 10,000 was invested. And the fund continued to follow this model after 2011. Well, I got a problem. I don't understand why we're not coming up with the same answer. Let's see what happens when I do this one. And I plug in 11 right here. So let me just see what happens. So 1 point, let me clear this. Second delete, second quit, clear. 1.1609 times E, second natural log, to the 0.187827 times 11. That's it. Multiplied by 10,000. That's it. Okay, so evidently I don't know what's going on with the calculator and why I can't get the same answer with the calculator, but I can get the answer with the spreadsheet. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Something is not working. If y'all will notice right here, that don't look right, does it? No, Hubert, it don't. So I've got to figure out why. But let's do it. Let's do this. Let's type in our function with the 1.1609 E, second natural log, 0.1827 X. I bet you $1 to a donut hole that this function, the pink line, is going to fit better than the green line. Okay, if somebody can figure that out, what's the difference between the, I don't know. We got to figure that out. But it's not working. Something's not working right. I got to figure that out. Y'all see that? So now go to your table. Go to the table and now go to 11. And there's your number, multiply that by 10,000. Now, the second question says, what does the second question say? Is it likely that this fund continued to grow at this rate in 2002? Well, what is 2002 from 1990? That's 12 years, right? Somebody help me out. Is that 12 years?
Yes.
Okay, so that would continue to grow. Let's look at 12. Yeah, it looks like it's continuing. That's 10.398 times 10,000. 10.398 let me get out of this. Second quit. 10.398 times 10,000. 103,980. Looks like to me it's still growing. Okay. We're gonna have to figure out why we got a different one. I don't understand that one. I'm gonna have to figure that one out now. But that's it. That's 5 point. I'm not gonna ask you something crazy as this one, but I will ask you simple interest, continuous interest, and I'll ask you to compare, on a test question. I'll ask you to do that. Who's got questions on 5.5? Well, I know you don't have any questions right now. And the 5 or 6 of y'all that are actually doing homework, y'all send me your homework questions, okay? Squeaky door gets what?
What?
What does the squeaky door get?
Oil.
Well, I say OIL, but
How do you actually say it?
squeaky door gets grease.
Oh,
Squeaky door gets grease. Okay?
How do you say
I will not
oil?
say OIL or DOG because I don't need somebody telling me how I need to speak English perfect.
Do you say
Okay?
it as? Do you say oil?
I don't say either one. I say OIL. Anybody else got a question? Let me check
I
attendance.
had a math teacher in elementary school that said oil.
Well, more power to them.
And we would all start laughing.
See, why would you want to do that?
We were like 12
Why?
or 13. We thought it was the
Why
funniest
would
thing.
you say that? And I guarantee you don't say any words funny, Mr. Boston. Do you say any word
a lot of people
funny?
A lot of people say I don't even have a southern accent, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just speak perfect English.
I don't try to.
You don't try to.
People
All right,
always
let me go pull up the attendance.
People always say, they're like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, North Carolina.
Honestly, you don't have an accent. I can.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like my mom and dad, they both do, but like,
you know why? You're cultured. That's why. You're cultured, Mr. Bostic. You are fine. I'm not. I'm Billy Bob. I don't think I can put y'all. Here you go. There's 109. Let me turn off the presentation, turn off the recording.